Am I ready? The world was shocked the last 2 weeks ago by the images of rioters storming our nation's capital. Throughout the encounter, police officers were injured, mocked, and ridiculed, and threatened, ultimately leading to the death of one of our fellow law enforcement brothers. What this ordeal proved is that law enforcement was not prepared for the event such as this one. Despite plenty of warning of possible insurrection and ample resources and time to prepare, police planned only for a free speech demonstration. Please, do not take what I'm saying as criticism of those who were in charge. This was what was reported. One of my primary goals as sheriff of Fort Bend County is to strengthen the relationship of the sheriff's office with our law enforcement counterparts. To that end, we stand united before you today to show our alliance towards a common goal, which is to ensure the safety of all of Fort Bend County citizens. With me here today is Texas Ranger of this region, Pete Luna, Fort Bend County Judge K.P. George, District Attorney Brian Middleton, County Attorney Bridget Lawson, Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office led by me, Eric Fagan, Fort Bend County Constables, Precinct 1, Mike Beard, Precinct 2, Darrell Smith, Precinct 4, Nabil Shikes, Arcola Police Chief, who was ill at this time and couldn't make it, Michael Ellison, Fulsheur's Chief of Police, Kenny Seymour, Katie's Chief of Police, Noe Diaz, Missouri City Chief, Mike Brazine, Neeville Chief, Michael Dickerson, Richmond's Chief, Jeff Craig, Rosenberg Chief, Jonathan White, Stafford Chief, Richard Ramirez, and Sugarland's Chief, Eric Robbins. As I stated earlier, we all stand united as we all prepare for the upcoming inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. While we pray for no unrest, we want to be prepared for anything that may arise. Although no substantiated threats have been identified, we continue to monitor for potential security concerns while working closely to corroborate security protocol to ensure safety for you, the community, protesters, as well as our officers. While we respect and will protect those who choose to exercise their First Amendment right to peacefully protest, I'm asking them to do so in a respectful manner. I want to make this very clear. Any criminal activity, destruction of property, violence, or threats of violence that prevent others from peacefully expressing their First Amendment right will not be tolerated. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all to our Fort Bend County law enforcement agencies who are standing and representing us here today. God bless, stay safe, and together we are Fort Bend strong. Any questions?
Do you have any evidence of any big protests happening anywhere in the county?
As I stated in my speech, right now there's no substantiated threats, but we are monitoring right now for anything to come up.
So no.
Nothing of substantial value, no.
Okay.
Are there any protest planned at least?
Right now we ramped up our security. The Sheriff's Office has canceled all days off, and all officers will be in uniform. Even some of my investigators unit will be in uniform. And I'm sure that as well as all the law enforcement agencies you see here right now, they're all being prepared to do the same.
Why is you have to show much force? I mean, is there a groundswell? Have you heard any of a groundswell of any anger about this? And were there any anger tips that you received from January 6th during the Capitol attack? Is there any evidence of any kind of violence that was going to be in the county that you have heard from in the past?
Just what happened in our nation's capital. It's been around, they've been saying that around our country to be prepared. It's more better to be prepared for something to happen, to not be prepared if something were to happen. That's why we all got together to stand together in unity to let everyone know that we are prepared. Look, people have the First Amendment right to protest. We're not here to stop that. We're here to make sure that they can protest safely and respectfully. But like I said, we want to make this very clear. We won't stand by and let any destructive action, vandalism, rioting, or anything like that, anything against the law, we won't stand for it. We won't tolerate it in Fort Bend County.
Mind if I add something?
Yes.
And Chad, I would add this. We've seen enough, and we've heard enough, and we've gotten enough security bulletins from the federal government to know that we need to be prepared. This is about prevention and preparedness.
Will any buildings or offices be closed on Inauguration Day in Fort Bend County or any of these cities represented here?
Let our county judge answer that.
No, of course, we are aware of, we are going to be operational, normal operating hours. We are not planning to close anything. So we are taking ample precautions, and as you can see, all these people lined up here because we wanted to send a clear message. As our DA mentioned, we are prepared, but we are not going to stop anything what we are doing in Fort Bend County at this moment.
When you drove up today, you saw my mobile command staff out front. That mobile command staff is ready to go anywhere in Fort Bend County that needed. We're offering our help to all these different agencies, municipality and county agency. Likewise, they're offering their help to us as well. We're a Fort Bend County strong. The municipal, the cities, and the county, we're working together to protect the citizens of Fort Bend.
Sheriff, it seems like that what happened on January 6th really affected you and really affected a lot of the country. Just tell me your personal feelings of why that incident has sparked this kind of show of force by law enforcement to repudiate the attack that happened in D.C.
Well, it's not really showing a force. It's showing that we're being prepared. You have to realize one of our fellow officers was killed at that riot. An officer was killed. We're here to stand, showing that we're standing with that family and with that officer and with all officers in the United States, not just in Fort Bend, but in the United States, that we stand together for lawful actions to be taken.
Let me ask you, since you're on the topic, have you heard of anybody from Fort Bend County being involved with that riot? Have you had any tips or anything from the FBI or anybody like that, anybody involved with Fort Bend County being involved with that riot?
No, we haven't, but we're looking into it.
Okay.
And that would be a matter for federal law, because those would be violation of federal laws, which is not this jurisdiction.
Okay.
If there's no other questions, yes.
Is there someone who can give Spanish remarks? Yeah, I'll do that.
No.
If that's it, thank you all for coming. And as I said before, God bless. And please, everyone, please stay safe. If you see anything or hear anything, please let one of your agencies know about it. Thank you.